In my 3-minute thesis presentation, I will attempt to answer 3 questions. How far have we been in space? Where are we going next and why? And how do the laws of space apply to travel and exploration? Humanity's first exploration into space began with Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, who completed mankind's first Earth orbit on April 12, 1961. US President John F. Kennedy wanted to put a man on the moon by the end of the 1960s, and the famous Apollo 11 mission touched down on our dusty gray neighbor on July 20th, 1969. The great space race between USA and Soviet Union was part of the chest beating of the Cold War, but since then, human space exploration has been more about cooperation and less competition. The International Space Station is a massive collaboration between USA, Japan, Russia, Canada, and Europe. Unsurprisingly, space travel isn't cheap, and only 3 countries have human space programs. It might be expensive, but human space travel has benefited almost every sector of human progress. The Apollo guidance computer was a predecessor to the microcomputer now found in all smartphones. As some government agencies prioritize the moon, others are looking directly at Mars. Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX, said his life goal is to create a thriving Mars colony as a failsafe for humanity. To get to Mars, most people in the human space flight community feel we first need to get back to the moon. It is only 3 days away, and from their laboratories, scientists can study the effect of radiation exposure and near weightlessness on the body. So, now that we know who the major players are and where we want to go, how are we going to regulate outer space travel and exploration? The United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs has 5 international treaties and agreements that govern space activities. The most important of the 5 is the Outer Space Treaty of 1967. It creates the framework for laws beyond our planet and makes sure space stays a peaceful, non-militarized zone. The treaty prohibits the use of moon and other celestial bodies for the establishment of military bases, installations, and fortifications, or the testing of any type of weapons. So simply put, there will be no Star Wars, the Mandalorians would most certainly be out, and countries have agreed not to use the likes of a thermal detonator. So why does any of this matter? For the same reason that we sent Apollo 11 to the moon, and why some want to create a colony on Mars. Because we've only discovered a fraction in our universe, and we want to change that. Innovation is moving at the speed of light. Mars One promises to cart humans on a one-way journey to Mars, and efforts have been made to mine asteroids for profit. So, the bottom line is, if we're planning on spending a lot more time in space, we're going to need determination, cooperation, and regulation.